Hello everyone, Jackson here and welcome back to my channel. 2023 is looking stacked with a multitude of quality titles slated to drop next year, and I thought I'd share my thoughts on my most anticipated games that we know of so far. I've limited it to 5 games for the purpose of this video, but I could have easily added a further 5, maybe 6 games to my list. Quick shout out to Resident Evil 4 Remake, Pikmin 4, Starfield, Final Fantasy 15 and Dead Space Remake. They didn't quite make my list, but I'm sure they'll all be great games. The first game on my list is probably an obvious one to anyone that's watched my most recent video, and that is Hogwarts Legacy. For context, I love the Harry Potter books, films and even the Fantastic Beasts films, so it will come as no surprise to see this game on my list. After watching the extended showcases and story trailers, I think it's safe to say that this game is looking fantastic and it's coming out soon, with an official release date of the 10th of February for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S and the PC. Sadly, PS4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch owners will have to wait a little longer though until later in the year. Although I'm looking forward to the story, the crown jewel for me will be exploring Hogwarts Castle, the open world and collecting Fantastic Beasts. I can't wait to immerse myself into this wizarding world and enroll into Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. The Legend of Zelda is my all-time favourite video game franchise, with a particular love for the 3D titles, and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was no exception when that came out in 2017. I was blown away by the open world and the freedom it gave the player, but like most, my only real gripe was the lack of traditional dungeons and unique boss fights, but that didn't stop me tallying up approximately 120 hours of game time. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is definitely keeping its cards close to its chest, with only a snippet of game footage released thus far, and the title reveal only dropping in the last couple of months. However, I have enjoyed watching Zelda theories and trailer breakdowns on channels such as Celtic and Nintendo Black Crisis to discuss where the story might be heading. It would be nice to see a slightly more in-depth look at the game prior to launch, but for me this is a day one purchase regardless, like all 3D Zelda games. And I can't wait to explore the sky and heavily implied underground sections of Hyrule. Let's see if all those theories linked to the Zonai come true. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is a sequel to the 2019 critically acclaimed title Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, made by Respawn. It follows the journey of former Jedi Padawan Cal Kestis after Order 66, and I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already, as it was an all-round excellent game. Star Wars Jedi Survivor recently dropped their official reveal trailer during the Game Awards, and what a treat it was for fans of Star Wars and the franchise. One thing the Star Wars fanbase and myself have always loved is a good theory, and like with Zelda, multiple Star Wars YouTube channels such as Star Wars Theory and Eckhart's Ladder have been theorising who the mysterious character is in the Bacta tank. Following on from the events of the last game, it appears we have jumped ahead a few years as Cal Kestis is looking older and continues to be on the run from the Empire. The trailer left us with enough narrative intrigue and mystery for fans to mull over until its release. Exploration of the world appears to be enhanced with the introduction of beast taming and the use of a grappling gun, and I know it's possibly an unpopular opinion, but I'm excited to use the cross-hilt lightsaber, first introduced by Kylo Ren in the Star Wars sequel trilogy. I can't wait to play this game and see what's next for Cal and Star Wars. Following on from the success of Marvel's SpiderMan and SpiderMan Miles Morales, it was no surprise that this sequel was announced. The details remain fairly limited, but we do know that both Peter Parker and Miles Morales will be playable in this game, and that Venom will be the main antagonist. There are also rumours of Kraven the Hunter featuring, as well as Lizard and Wraith. We recently also had confirmation that the game release window is now fall, or autumn for us Brits, in 2023, which is great news and I'm optimistic they will meet this release window. Sad news for some gamers though, as it was also announced that it will be a PlayStation 5 exclusive, but it will be fascinating to see how far Insomniac will be able to push the current PS5 hardware, as they did a fantastic job with the previous titles, really pushing the PS4 hardware to its limits in bringing New York to life. I loved Marvel's Spider-Man so much that it was the first game I platinumed, and Miles Morales was an excellent continuation of the story. I have a lot of faith in Insomniac, and the sequel has the potential to push the boundaries beyond what we've seen so far this console generation. I can't think of a better way to end 2023 than donning the suit one more time and stopping Venom. Now this was a game I wasn't expecting to have in my most anticipated list of games for next year, but when the trailer released and details dropped that this game was going to go back to its roots and pay homage to the original game, how could I not include it? I remember when the original Assassin's Creed title came out in 2007, and it felt so fresh and original at the time and obviously created a franchise spanning 12 mainline games so far. After years of feeling Assassin's Creed fatigue and the recent games spanning around 80 plus hours each to complete, I was glad to hear that Assassin's Creed Mirage was going to be a tighter experience and focused on the Assassin's Brotherhood and the art of assassinations again. I'm looking forward to exploring 9th century Baghdad in its golden age and being back in the Middle East. Using stealth mechanics and scaling the cities has always been my desired way of playing Assassin's Creed games, and hopefully this game will come out as planned in 2023. Let me know in the comments below what your most anticipated games of 2023 are and why. Also, if you're new to my channel then please consider subscribing for regular content covering games, film and TV. We're currently on a journey to 20 subscribers and it would mean a lot to me if you hit that button. I will see you next time.